Have you heard of synesthesia? Welcome to the 1% where we learn something about everything. Imagine in a book, for example, there is a page, a blank page, and in that blank page, there is a square in that book, in the middle of that book. And inside that squares, there are, let's say, rows of the number 5, a row of the number 5, another row of number 5, maybe like 15 rows or 15 columns of the number 5. And somewhere among these rows of and columns of 5, there is a letter S, subtly hidden, just one letter S. For a normal person to take you about, let's say 5 or more than 5 minutes to actually spot that S among that 5. But the color sign state, that is a person that sees letters and numbers in different color. So why all those 5s and S and that single S is written in black? A color sign state can see those number 5s as maybe yellow, while the S maybe a purple in his brain, in his own vision. So a color sign state in a split second, we find out that imposter, which is the S among those 5s.
Gotcha, bitch!
What is synesthesia? It comes from a Greek word, syn, which means with, and esthesia, which means sensation. And when loosely translated together, it means coming of the senses together. It is an interesting neurological phenomenon that causes the senses to be combined. This can mean that some individual can associate some words with a particular smell of, probably, let's say, food. When they hear those words, they can immediately perceive those foods that they have associated that word or those words with, even if that food is not being cooked or in any way around, they are not in any way around that food. Some can go as far as associating letters and numbers with personalities. In fact, there are some people that if they are watching a movie like this, and let's say somebody is shot in the movie, they can actually feel the pain of being shot. That is how it comes in various forms. This synesthesia, it comes in various forms in various individuals. It is believed that 5% of the population of the world are affected or possess this synesthesia, and there are about 60 different combinations of the senses to give this unique phenomenon called synesthesia. But what all these sensory combinations have in common is that they are involuntary and impossible to repress, and with time they become stable. The person becomes used to this phenomenon.
Yeah, boy.
Synesthesia was first discovered in the early 19th century by a German physician named George Sachs. But one interesting thing you should know that this phenomenon is not a sickness at all.
A blessing from the Lord.
In fact, synesthetes often report feeling sorry for the rest of the world who cannot view the environment in a multisensory fashion like they do.